Hello everyone, welcome. This is Carly from Down Memory Lane and I am so excited to be with you guys today. We are going to be looking at some awesome Simple Stories page pieces once again today and I am so pumped. This is the Gather Together pack from Simple Stories. I absolutely love this pack, you guys. There are 15 cardstock die cut pieces in this pack. Look at how gorgeous they are. There are beautiful flannels and gingham in this, some really cute farm animals, and just some really fun stuff to play around with today, you guys. So I am so excited to get started with this pack, you guys. Simple Stories page pieces are actually super cool for a number of reasons. One being that you basically get everything you need to put together a beautiful 2-page layout other than adhesive and your own photos. You get all of these ephemera oh my gosh. You get all of these awesome ephemera pieces and they're so gorgeous, and you get so many per pack for only $3.99. So it's absolutely crazy. And I love using these to put together some really cute pages. In Simple Stories page pieces kits, you usually are able to use this sample on the back to create your layout, but today I'm going to be going a little bit in a different direction, as you can see by the color of my paper, and I'm going to be trying to use these page pieces to do something a little bit different than the sample they give you, even though it's obviously gorgeous. I just wanted to try and show you guys a little bit of technique as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The colors I've chosen as my background today are these really pretty moss green colors, and I'm really excited to try and incorporate this in with this pack. I feel like at a first glance this pack is a lot of teals, and there's a little bit of green in some of this like, oh my gosh, I can't think of, oh my gosh. I feel like at first glance this pack has a lot of teals in it, but there is a little bit of green in the foliage here, and I think that it's going to be really nice to try and pull out some of those colors using this paper color. So to get started today, I did pre-cut some paper, starting with this really pretty pattern paper. This is actually double-sided. There are some polka dots on this side and this really pretty distressed craft color on this side. And then I also pulled this really gorgeous blush pink color. And so I am really excited to try and bring some of these together using these page pieces. I am gonna use these. I used the Simple Stories page templates to cut out these mats for my photos. Usually, you know, I have a lot of other papers and stuff and I lay down before my mats, but I'm actually going to be doing my mats first. So I used design number 3 and design number 2 from the Simple Stories page templates. This allows you 1 4x6 photo and 2 3x4 photos on design number 2. And then design number 3 allows 6 3x4 photos. And I actually am not going to be using the spot for every single one of these photos, but I'm leaving out this 3x4 and this 3x4 to leave some room for the technique I'm going to be using today, as well as some of the larger page pieces. So I did also pre-cut some white paper to match as my photos. So you'll see really quick, I'm going to take and lay out all the white to match these templates, and then I'm going to adhesive it all down. To adhesive today, I'm going to be using my Easy Runner, which is my favorite adhesive roller. It is so perfect. It's really great because it's refillable. So if you ever run out of adhesive, which you will if you're like me and you use so much of it, it's really easy to just quick refill this. It doesn't cost a lot and it's super efficient. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Easy Runner to adhesive all my stuff down. So you can see I did leave these 2 spaces blank. That is because I am going to try and do something a little bit different today. I took a bunch of scrap paper I have, including the 2 colors that I use for this background, and I cut a bunch of little pieces up. I'm trying to get rid of some of my scrap paper. So I thought that this would be a really unique way to try and create some depth and texture, do a little bit of pattern mixing, and just incorporate a lot of the really pretty colors that are in this pack to create something fun and a little bit different than what I normally do. So I have 4 different colors for each page. I kept it so that my beige background, there aren't any little scraps that are going to be on this side that are beige, and same thing with the pink, so they'll kind of correspond here. And then I have this really pretty teal color. I have 3 pieces for each page. Then I also have this really nice burnt orange. This is one of my favorite colors that we use. And I have 4 pieces for each page. And then I have this nice yellow color, and I also have 3 pieces for each page. And the thing about the yellow color and this beige color is that they are both double-sided pattern paper. Both have patterns on one side and like a distressed look on the other side. And so I'm gonna kind of be rotating those in and out for what I am doing here today. So I'm going to be trying to use these to create almost like a brick looking pattern across my page. I thought it would be a really cool way to incorporate a lot of these colors and not just use strips of color like I usually do. So I'm not going crazy with my pattern mixing today. Obviously they're the same pattern in different colors, but I think that this would also be a really cool technique to use to mix a lot of patterns, because you could do this based on colors in the same color family like I'm doing today with pulling them from the page pieces, or you could also just try and find patterns that have similar colors together and cut strips of them this way, which it's really nice if you want to get into pattern mixing but you just have a lot of scraps or you don't really know where to start. I would start by looking at what you have and maybe using small bits and pieces here and there. And so this is a really fun way to try and do that. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'll just go ahead and start laying some of these out. One good technique is that for every yellow one or for every beige one that I lay down, the next one I lay down, I'm going to flip it so that I make sure that there's an even number of dots and distressed throughout the page so that it won't look super overwhelming one way or the other. And I'm going to make sure that none of the same color are touching anywhere. So that's my goal for today, and that's just kind of how I'm going to go about doing it. I'm going to start with this side. I think I have quite a bit of pink and quite a bit of this beige color, so I'm probably going to have at least 1 or 2 of those per line that I do. And I'm also going to try and overlap in here because I think that it'll be nice once I bring in some of my larger page pieces, like these farm animals or something that could go here, or like the barn, I think could be nice laying on top of some of that. This is how I think I'm gonna lay these out. As you can see, it's a very tedious task. And I think the easiest way to lay these down was probably gonna be with my Easy Runner. I'm gonna go ahead and try and use some strong adhesive to make these all stick. It's probably gonna be a little bit of the pain in the butt, but I think it'll be a really cool turnout at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and adhesive most of this down. This is how it looks adhesived out. Obviously some of my scraps are not the same size as others, but I kind of like how it turned out actually. I think that, especially some of these shorter ones, I think that it adds just a little bit more interest to what's going on the page. So now all I have left to do is add in my awesome page pieces. I'm so excited. I think that these are gonna look really cool together with all of the stuff going on this page. So I'm gonna start with this title. I always start with bigger pieces when I'm trying to figure out where I want to put stuff on a page. For example, like I just want to make sure that there's going to be room for some of these larger pieces, you know, so that as long as I'm making sure that everything will fit, I know that my page is going to look awesome. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and figure out where I'm going to lay everything out, and then I'll start adhesiving down. The adhesive I'm going to be using today is my Nuvo Clear Drying Craft Glue, which is super awesome. This is one of my favorite liquid adhesives because it's got this awesome tiny little tip. So it's perfect for applying really tiny pieces, especially like some of these little hearts and stuff I'm going to be gluing down today. The other thing besides my Easy Runner I'll be using are these awesome 3D mounting squares. They're awesome because they allow you to basically make anything a thicker, which is my favorite thing in the world. So I'm super excited, and I'll probably use that quite a bit as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start laying stuff out, adhesiving down, and getting my page together. All right, everyone, this is my finished page. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I think it turned out super cool, and I really like how this technique ended up working out with some stuff like this title. I like how it looks behind there. I like how some of this stuff just fits perfectly, like right in between there. And I think it ended up making what is a very vintage looking pack turn out actually kind of like really colorful. And all of these colors I picked, I pulled straight from here. So it's really interesting how just playing with different cardstock options can really play up certain colors in your embellishments. And I'm a really big fan of trying to mess around and see what I can make. So I'm really, really happy with this. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a like below, comment what other types of Simple Stories page pieces you'd like to see. We have a bunch of sports ones, we have some holidays, we have all sorts of different stuff. So make sure you can go to our website, see which ones we have, and comment below if you'd like to see me do any specific ones. Other than that, make sure you share this video if you liked it. Go to our channel and check out, we have a lot more videos of these if you are interested in anything like this. And make sure to subscribe to our channel for more. We also have a lot of videos on our Facebook page. So if you liked anything in this video today, any of the page pieces I used, any of the adhesive, and even some of the cardstock, if you guys want to head down to the description, everything is linked on our website for you to purchase at downmemoryln.com. I'm super, super excited, you guys, for this page. I think it is probably one of my favorites I've ever done. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.